Hi there, I'm Coral.
Hi, and I'm Lindsay.
And we're here to answer the internet's most asked questions about stairlifts. And there's a lot of them too, isn't
Oh
there?
God, isn't there, Jess? My gosh, what are we on now? Video like 106 feels like.
I don't know. Well,
Stop asking questions.
No. We do enjoy doing it though, don't we?
We do. I love it. Really.
We do. Okay, so again, we've never seen the questions before in advance, so we haven't prepared any answers. Totally unscripted. So we're gonna just go for it and see what the questions are. So, question number 1. Is it better to rent or buy a stairlift? That's a good question, actually.
It is. And often, well, every single time I take an inquiry, I always give people the option of if they want to purchase or rent. And quite often, in fact, I'd probably say 90% are open to all of them. They want to get all the details. It's a bit like buying or renting a car, isn't it, really? Not renting, but like leasing a car. Yeah. So, I mean, with renting, it's literally fully maintained by us then. So it gives you peace of mind 24/7. You're a rental package user and you're fully looked after. So it does give people, you know, they've not got to pay.
I think, so is it better to rent or buy? I think if you want to buy something outright and use the sort of capital, if you like, that you have to buy outright, that's fine.
Yeah.
So you can buy new stairlifts, you can buy reconditioned stairlifts. You can choose to rent rather than buy.
Both straight and curved configurations.
And I think sometimes if some people want to rent because it's a temporary solution. Sometimes people rent because they don't want to pull all the capital out and they'd rather rent on a monthly basis, so you pay a lesser sort of fee for the installation and then you pay a monthly fee, which, as Lindsay said, it covers all the maintenance, it covers the servicing as well. So it's peace of mind, you don't have to you pay that monthly sort of fee and you don't have to sort of dig too much into your capital. But it really depends. I mean, we talk through the individual person's circumstances.
Absolutely. Everybody, it's a case by case basis. I mean, it could be the fact you're in a recovery, you're in recovery after an operation, or you might have, I don't know, mum coming to stay you for a short while and not live with you, so you only want it rented. So, it really is down to the individual, isn't it?
Sometimes after a hospital stay, hospital discharge, to get somebody home from hospital, they need help in the interim while they're sort of getting back on their feet again.
I do often also advise maybe a rental in situations where the customer's not quite convinced they need a stairlift.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They're not convinced and they don't want to pay out all this money. So I always say, well, look, if you want, why don't you rent it from us first, carry on renting, or then purchase afterwards. So sometimes it's because you could just have it removed with no other cost implications or anything. So
and quite a lot of the times as well, the children of the sort of person who needs it say, look, why don't you have this?
Yes.
They're more accepting of a sort of temporary solution as opposed to a permanent one. Inevitably,
they never come back out.
They don't come out at all.
They never come back out.
They stay in. Yes. So that's a good way to try and get your loved one to sort of accept they need a stairlift, because once you start using it,
you realise how safe. No,
you're
absolutely.
not going to stop. Definitely. Well, that's a good.
It is a good question.
Yeah. Okay, next question.
As long as they're all good like that, keep them coming.
Easy ones.
Yeah.
So what have we got here then? Do you need planning permission for a stairlift?
You can answer this one. Okay. If we start going to grade 2 listed buildings.
You don't need permission for a stairlift because it screws into the stair tread, so there's no damage to walls or decoration or anything like that. If you have, however, a property which is in a conservation area, or it is a listed building, then you should, this is a job of the homeowner. We can help you a little bit with that, with drawings and specifications and things. But it would be the sort of responsibility of the homeowner to get planning permission for getting a lift installed. So it would be permission for houses that have got sort of grade 2. Sometimes they will grant permission.
Yes.
It depends on the classification. Sometimes they won't, and it means obviously if the stairs aren't accessible and there's no other solution, then it may be that you have to sadly move house.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is planning permission.
Local authority houses, I think sometimes
That would
they
be
do.
landlord
Landlord,
permission.
yeah.
That's a
So
good
landlord
point. Yeah.
permission with privately or local authority, I guess.
Yeah. So if there's any, if you live in a sort of housing association property or one that's owned by the local authority or a private rented accommodation, then you would need permission from the landlord to put it in. So just a written permission from them. So yeah.
But as Coral says, we can support you with any information that you need, drawings, fixings, how it all goes in, what we can do to put things right if there is any damage, like sometimes with staircases with no carpets, you might want to fill the wood or whatever. But it'll get put back to
but these are the important thing to remember is stairlift is a minor adaptation, so it's only a small thing. You're talking about a few screw holes in the stairs, so it's not really that big of a deal.
Like a wet room or an extension.
But if you're sort of looking at do you need planning permission for an everyday house staircase? No, you don't. That's fine. Okay.
No complications.
Okay, another one. Do you need building regulations for a stairlift? No, you don't. It's a quick answer to that one.
No, you don't.
We just kind of covered quite a lot in permissions. So, no, you don't need any building regulations at all for stairlifts.
Not with the stairlift, but you do for home lift.
Yeah,
you have to apply for building notes for home lift purely because obviously we're cutting a hole in the ceiling. So we would on those instances, but stairlifts, no.
If they're in a communal building, just thinking about it there, sometimes you need sort of fire officer approval. So let's say it's a block of flats, for example, and you've got sort of, it's not one staircase to one flat, it's one staircase to 5, 6, 7, whatever flats. Then it might be that you need fire officer approval for that.
Is that because they need to have another staircase?
Then you can get around it, but you need to have access basically up and down the stairs in case there was a fire.
Right.
So you need to have either another staircase that is completely clear without having a stair lift on the stairs. Or you need to have a wide enough staircase to be able to allow access.
Okay.
So every day's a school day.
Oh, isn't it? I'm still learning.
18 years. 18 years.
Either that or it just hasn't sunk in.
But yeah, you don't sort of need any sort of building regulations at all for stairlifts. Like I said, it's a pretty simple job.
Yes.
Shall we go for the next question?
Let's do this.
Okay. Can you use a second-hand stairlift?
Well,
you can use
but we advise a professional to install them, not an electrician or an engineer of some other sort of profession. We've had a lot of nightmare situations from customers that they've just bought it from eBay and they've had their son come and install it, or they've cut off and chopped it, or they've put a curve on a straight configuration, because at the end of the day, you know, they're not educated, they don't know what's doable. And I know if it was me, cheap, you know, I think about, I've got a bargain, I'll get somebody, that's not what you know, it's who you know, I know somebody who's a builder or whatever, I'm sure we can do it, or I'll get an electrician around. It's just not worth it, is it, Coral? Because you'll end up just wasting the money that you've spent on this electrician and the eBay find that you thought was good value for money, and end up coming to a professional like us anyway, and us having to install another.
And it could be unsafe as well, which is the big thing. So we can reuse second-hand stairlifts. We recondition them, refurbish them, and we can install them ourselves, but we wouldn't recommend that's a sort of DIY job.
No.
Okay.
We've seen a few of them, they're horrific, and that's when really bad accidents happen. So.
And we've got one more question, a quick one. See, how much is a second-hand stairlift?
Well, it depends on the configuration.
Yeah.
It depends. Straights are cheaper than curves. As soon as
Yeah.
you put the bend in, the track, it becomes a little bit more challenging, a bit more. The process
It needs
is
to be
longer.
made to measure.
It's made to measure
basically,
rail.
yeah.
But I don't know. I always say second hand anywhere between sort of 4,000 approximately
For a curve?
curve. Depends on make and model, but that's approximately. And for straight between 1,200, 1,600, something like that.
Yeah. So bit
Not
cheaper.
tens of thousands,
Yeah,
but yeah, the straights are a heck of a lot
Bit
cheaper. Yeah.
Okay, so we hope you've found that informative today.
Yes.
And we'll wrap this one up
Yes.
and we'll see you on the next video.
Okay.
Bye for now.